rushing through me. Downward, upstream, are you with me?
Wow, good evening everyone and welcome to your New Look Sim Cafe. I'm your host Jeff TSC. I've got a new camera. I might stick with it. It's tiny and I put it in a slightly new location. So Walter, thank you for the message in chat. And anyone who is out there watching, we seem to have a very quiet start to proceedings so far. We've got 7 on track as well, which is good, but we could do a little bit better. So if you are in the community and ready to race, get on the track and do some practicing with us this evening. Good Lord, this is different. It is, isn't it? What do you think, Welch? Do you like the new angle? I'm just thinking because it's a little bit closer to the camera, the chat. Does it make me a little bit more like I'm looking at the camera more rather than not? What do you reckon? Is it better? Is it an improvement? Can't tell. It's 60 frames, I think, as well. It's 60 frames. Before I was doing 30. We're now on 60. So that should be a bit smoother. In fact, let me just double check the settings. Let me double check the settings. Let's go. Hold on. Yeah, we're on highest FPS here, so I think we are rocking with as many. And also, it has got autofocus, so it will pick up my hand. Very nice. Okay. It's doing the HDR okay with the light in the background. It's not going crazy and blurring everything out. It hasn't blurred out this into a big white mess either. There's a light shining on the black, and rubbish cameras blur it. Essentially, the more you spend on a web camera, the better the image. And I wasn't looking to spend a lot of money, champs. I'll be very honest with you all. We're trying to run the Sim Cafe on a budget because you know how expensive my hair is and my sweets addiction, that kind of thing. So, yeah, just trying to save up the cash and spend it on that. So we did get a fairly cheap one. We got the OBS Bot Meet SE, and honestly, it is tiny. It is a tiny little square. I can't describe to you how tiny it is. If you Google it, it won't do you justice. Really is a little box. Tonight we are racing at Oulton Park, ladies and gentlemen. So we are, of course, doing the Battle of the Sims, as you can see down here, Battle of the Sims. We are doing that next weekend at Oulton Park in the GT4s. So we're trying to rouse the community up for that one. Now, I didn't stream on Thursday because I was watching my team dominate in the Europa semi-finals, which is a wonderful spectacle. But, yeah, we need practice for the race next week. So I thought this is our best opportunity to do that. Maybe we'll get a couple of publics, fill up the lobby as well, but if not, we'll just get the practice that we need. It's going to be a long race next week, and we're probably going to stick it to GT4 and introduce weather. Weather will be a thing, I think. We'll do variable weather, so it could be anything. It could be dry as a bone, it could rain hard all race. We don't know. A little bit like the Miami sprint race, which I missed earlier, but it seems like it was quite fun. It started wet, right, which is exciting. Hopefully we get some fun like that in the race tomorrow, and I'll probably watch that. Because today, I missed the race, and I have a very interesting story. I think when the stream warms up a little bit and we get a few more people on later on, I'll tell you a little story about how I fought a fire today. Wasn't expecting to do that. It was inside a house. It was all very scary. I stink of smoke, I'm sure. And, yeah, I'll tell you a little bit more about that later on. Feels like I've got hair sticking on my mic. Apart from that, what else is going on? Not too much. Oh, go on, boss. Teacup, peak up. What, do you want Porsche Cup in the race, Raresh? I'll be honest, in a way, I don't really mind leaving Porsche Cup in there, and if some people want to drive it... Whoa, camera angle, how are we feeling? Do you like it? Was it an electrical fire in your PT case? That's a horrible thing to say. No, it wasn't, actually, you'll be happy to know. If I tell you that the flames were from the floor to the ceiling, then it's Smoth. Yes, it's Smoth. Smooth. What's smooth? The camera? What's smooth? I'm on 60 frames as well now, so we can do this, and it's going to look... When I'm like... It's going to look a lot better, right? I don't know. I thought I'd try it. Hello, Tonton. You want to go up? There's a cat going up. Lads. Dan, get on the server, would you already? There's only 9 of us. The camera, it looks smoother. It's not as framey. Well, yes, I bought a new camera, Rarish. Dan, I bought a new camera. Dan, you love cameras. I bought a new camera, Dan. And I bought an OBS Bot Meet SE. Ni hao, I can't join. Why not? Because you deleted the game? It is called the OBS Bot Meet SE. And honestly, Dan, you would not believe how small it is. I did a little bit of research. I didn't do a lot. I didn't do a lot of research. I just did a little bit. It is honestly... here we go. It is, without doubt... Are you going to focus? You going to get the focus, buddy? There we go. It is, without doubt... Uninstalled, not looking... My rig doesn't have a wheel or seat. Oh, wow, that doesn't help. Do you still have a pew? Because obviously tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we will be having a little bit of pew. Hello, Beardy. Good to see you with your member chat. Obviously, Beard, you know what I'm like. I'd rather see you on the server. I know you're... It's a bit of GT4 fun. I wouldn't mind if you were on the server, Beardy. I'll tell you that for free. Although I'm sure you'll tell me you're at work. But yes, Wouter causing trouble on the server. Well done, Wouter. Not playing retro games anymore. But yeah, honestly, Dan, I got it for 60 quid on Amazon. It's very, very simple. It's very, very cheap, relatively. Well, 60 quid's not cheap for a webcam, but it's the cheapest of, like, the expensive stuff, because you can go, like, 120, 240, 350 very quickly. Ha, 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 ha. I've got 60 frames now, and the webcam isn't lagging anymore. No more. Scott, hello! How was your cruise? Obviously, you're back because you're on the rig. I doubt you took it on the cruise. What was your favourite part of the cruise? What was your least favourite part of the cruise? Tell us everything, Scott. What was your favourite bit? What was your least favourite bit? Come on. Look at the frames. Look at the frames. 60 frames. I used to run it on 30 frames, but I think this can run on 60 with HDR. So we're on to a bit of a winner here, ladies and gentlemen, I think. I'm quite happy with it. Flint, you will see tomorrow how comedically small my new webcam is. It is, honestly, it's almost sad how small it is. But, you know, it works. We have 10 on the server, good to see. Not seeing much from the public right now. Maybe they'll join in a bit later. Dan said, what did the egg say to the plate? Take a yolk. Damn you. Well, look, considering we haven't got poop around at the moment, that'll do just lovely. Thank you very much, Dan. Yeah, Poop's gone a little bit too AWOL now, hasn't he? I think someone needs to reach out to him. I'll probably try and say hello. I wouldn't mind hearing from the old man. I want to check your seat and Simagic base. I'm actually going to take them off the rig after this stream. Yeah, I know, Dan. Well, let's not joke too far. Flint, I'm going to take the base off and leave it on the balcony. So, and then I'm going to put the CSL on when you bring it tomorrow, because I think I'll try that for a bit. So you're not going to... And the seat, I'm actually going to take it off and I'm going to use my desk chair. And I'm going to put that in the rig here. So you won't be able to try the seat either, unfortunately. And Scott Brierley says, yeah, it was very good, thank you. And probs of White Party had a lot of fun. Go on, sir. And cable car ride, nothing bad at all. Wish I was back there. Ah, that's nice to hear. You are a terrible troll. Ronald Race with a kitchen chair says the one and only... Marshan. Yeah, well, kind of, Dan. Marshan, can you get on track, please? Hello, Clemente. Are you joining us on track, sir? How do you feel about the new angle, by the way, everyone? Are we okay with it? Would you rather I went back to normal level? I can't tell now. Varys, hello. We'd love to see you on track one day. We want to see everyone on track. There's 20 minutes left. It's GT4's at Oulton Park. Honestly, it's a lot of fun. 15 months, David. Love your work, boss. Dave, how do we feel about the new camera and camera angle? It's all a bit of a change. A bit different, but we'll get there. I haven't told you all the story yet of how I fought a house fire today. That was exciting. Very scary. Very lucky. Very lucky. And very big fire. Lots of smoke. I stink. Yeah, quite different. Wasn't expecting that one today, I'll be honest. I'll tell you more about that later on. We've got a few people in the stream now. We need to check the camera angle with a quality streamer. Can you ask Nick to help us? Get in the bin. What about now? How does it look? Do my feet look like they're at a weird angle? My feet look really big now. Go on, Clemente. Which type of extinguisher is a good question? Very good question, Marshan. My first thought was, let's get an extinguisher. Then I realised I'm in someone's flat in London and we don't do extinguishers. There'll be no house with an extinguisher anywhere around here. We don't do that. David, that's very mean of you, sir. Take that one back. My cooking is at least average and not dangerous. It could have been my cooking, but no, it wasn't. It wasn't, Dave. Sasquatch came for the win. Hey, they're not that big. Well, they are actually, aren't they? So, let's put the lights on. There we go. Got some lights down here now. Hello. Look at these beauties. Come on, Miles Clarkson. How did he do in his race? He did all right, didn't he? He did all right. Right, so, I will tell you the story about the fire a bit later on. It was kind of funny, in a way. And again, we were very, very lucky because I think You give it seconds, and we're dealing with a very different situation. So, yeah, all right, Flimp, nice try. So, yeah, maybe we've got some publics joining. We've got Neiman on the server now. We've got the Llama with us. Great to see. We've even got the Ghost of Sydney Santens on the server. Well, he's in the pit, of course. Brian Clemente on the track. Go on, Brian. Of course, Sydney will be doing one lap, crashing probably at the hairpin, and then going back to the pits. Is that correct, Sydney? Esther, I think we're getting a few publics in. This should be fun. Still 17 minutes left in qualifying. Dave, you know it'd warm my heart if you re-downloaded this game into the GT4 race with us. I mean, we're just having fun, right? It's all free. Racing with you know I love doing it. There we go. Speaking of free, it did occur to me, David, and anyone else who'll see in the Discord chat today. I was a bit like, hold on. They're charging... Rarer said 50. I'm pretty sure I saw 60. And 90. But even if it's 50 quid, I don't know how many people are going to spend £50 on a sim, which is... Well, to be fair, they're saying like 27 tracks and all that kind of stuff and lots of cars. That's a lot of tracks. And they're going to have dynamic weather and all this and all of them. Day and night. You can argue that's a lot of content. I guess when you look at it like that. Rather than negatively. But, I don't know, I think you need like a player base, right? And I don't know how many people are going to stump up 50 quid to start playing this when we've already got everything else. And I dare say it looked like a little bit like AMS2, really. I mean, we shouldn't really expect anything different, should we? Because there's only so much racing available out there, and we've kind of got it all covered now. So then what? Marshan, Dave says, sorry, Jeff. Sorry, so easy. So easy, say sorry. Just download the game and play it with us and have fun. Marshan 0. Marshan says, I did like a fire prevention training. Bought a powder extinguisher for the house as per request. 2 years later, the same guy said, never use a powder type at home. Buy a phone. Ha ha ha. Is that because if it's powder type, you'll spend the next 2 years trying to clean it out? I'd imagine. We did think about the fact after the incident, it would probably be good to have a fire extinguisher in the home. His fire alarm... Marshan, spend some of the monthly charges on a fire extinguisher. Good idea. He did have a fire alarm in the hallway right next to where the fire went off. Didn't make a noise. So we're going to guess that was out of battery. But yeah, I mean... and Flint says, Stinny, let's make a stupid... Hey, Stinny, good evening, Jeff and chat and Flint. Stinny, you really need to change your profile icon. Can you do that, Stinny, for me? Because you know you've got like a green S. It seems to just blend into the background perfectly. Right, let's make a stupid bet, Stinny. I bet Jeff's new cam will be freezing by end of next week. Oh, that is awful. Stinny says, okay, Flimp, I bet Jeff's stream will be perfect. Stinny, I love you. Camera-wise, smooth. Back! Good to see you on the server, sir. Hope you're well. Hope you're very well. Hope to start something special with you being a bit more racing again in this and probably LMU. Looks like we're doing more LMU than this at the moment. David says, was he getting a cut of the fire extinguisher sales? That would make some sense. And Marshan says, the powder type destroys electronics. It is some kind of salt. Creeps into the devices through the air vents and slowly destroys the stuff. Wow, there we go. Is that how it puts the fire out? I'm guessing not. I went for the wet towel trick, but again, we'll come to this all in a minute. Very exciting. I do need to get a drink, really. Right. I should do some laps. So let's not sit here all night. Where are we? Aggressive. I don't have a preset, do I? I'm pretty sure I don't. It would be nice to get some pressures set as well. Let's do some pressures, ladies and gentlemen. I know you're here to see me race. That's what you all want. You want to see the king of Oulton Park do his thing. That is perfectly natural. You're not alone. David, absolutely not. Hence, I never understood why, but now we have 2 extinguishers and a blanket. Yeah. Took me a long time to make the towel wet. Anyway. Again, very exciting. I think for me the funniest bit was seeing the fire, because I was the one who found it. This is what was also fun. I found the fire. If I hadn't found it, oh boy. And when I did find it, it was basically like illuminating their hallway. So I was like, that's pretty. And I'm like, no, hold on. Why are we getting... Like, someone lit a candle. That's the biggest candle ever. And then I found the fire and I started screaming, running. Again, we'll go through the story a little bit more in a minute. Let's do some laps, shall we? Let's do some laps. Is everything going to work? I don't know. I can't tell. Let's put on ACC Drive, actually. Let's put on ACC Drive. That might help crash everything. Fire, I want you to burn. What am I missing? Who's had a fire? Come on, baby. Lost my fire? Lad my fire. I knew there'd be an update. This is a required update. Boo. Boo. Stinny. I went to a... Well, actually, it's even more awkward than that. I went to a barbecue today. A daytime barbecue, of course. And in the house, there was a fire. There we go. That's confusing enough, isn't it? The barbecue, before Marshan says it, was not in the house. The fire was. The fire and the barbecue, very separate. Although I did go to someone's house for a barbecue, or indeed, flat. But again, we'll get to all this. We'll get to all this. Right. Okay, let's go. I think we're ready. I think we're ready. Indoor barbecue. No! You see? I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Oh, we stalled it. I knew it was coming. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We are on Oulton Park. There's a big 13 on the server. Dear me, I think it's going to be a quiet one tonight by the looks of it. Let's just warm up, shall we? It's going to take a while to get our eye back in on this track. It is a crazy track. Personally, Rarish, I think it's too crazy for the Porsche Cup, especially Porsche Cup and GT4s, because with the overtaking, we're just going to have a lot of misery, I think, which is not ideal. I don't really want that much misery. I'll be honest. I really don't want that much misery. You're getting worried now. Hold on. Everything's going to run perfectly, ladies and gentlemen. And again, we don't have to stick with this new camera angle. I thought we'd just mix it up a little bit. Hopefully the camera does work infinitely better now than it used to. To be honest, the last one was a bit of a weird one and it uses software which is very janky. This one I've not even installed the software for, so hopefully it just runs quite simple. Don't you kick it. Anyway, I hope you've all had a good Saturday. It is Saturday the 3rd of May. Wow, time flies. I hope you've all had a good Saturday. I hope you've all been putting out fires at home. Honestly, the smoke was unreal. You trust my building skills? In which way? I'm not sure. You trust that they'll fail? Bit early on the throttle there. That's a shame. Bit early on the throttle. 16 on the server! It's a party! Until someone takes out that big sign on the inside there, the Pirelli one. It's bank holiday weekend here in the UK. The weather is... it was nice earlier. But then it got very cloudy and windy. And now it's nicer again. Very up and down here in the UK. That looks a bit rough. 17 now. Proper party. And it's going to be a bit rubbish for the next week. Tomorrow, I get to spend a bit of my day with Flint. Flint, what time are you coming round, buddy? Tell everyone in the chat, what time are you coming over? Are we doing lunch together? Dave, good to see you on the track and in the chat. I hope you're well, sir.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
I've been trying to regale everyone on my tail of fighting fires today. Real ones and real houses. Scary. Very scary.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Welter being salty on the server chat. Can't handle Dan's pace. Get good. Ultimate Havana, how you doing, Crafty? Saw you on the server first. Great to have you around. Hope you're enjoying the racing in the GT4s at Oulton. They are quite a handful on this track. Well, this track is quite a handful, isn't it? Hey, get round. We've validated another one. Tyres are not getting warm either. There we go. I've got a bit of work to do here. I'm not driving very fast, it feels like. Loving the GT4s. Sorry. Is that a Naya? No? Not? Yes? Now? Maybe? Never? Now? Near? I don't know, bro. You're going to have to try again, Dave. Can we get another go at that?
There's a slow car up ahead.
We're getting closer to building Tank Commander Toby's rig. Getting a lot of parts together at the moment. Should have a big delivery tomorrow. From Flint. Get in the track. Camera working great, Jeff. Love it, Stinny. Love to hear. Yeah, it looked like a good option, and I think camera tech has moved on from when I last bought it. And there were some good things about the last one, but some very not good things, and well, as you can see at the end, it just went very strange on me and I couldn't get it back. So it's good to see this one is doing alright, and we've got a new camera angle. How do you feel, Stinny, about the new camera angle? Would you like it back in the old spot? It's weird because you kind of get to know streamers by their camera angle, right? And everyone's got a different one. And then when they change it, it can be a bit off-putting, right? I mean, of course, if I change my rig or location in the future, could easily change again.
There's a slow car up ahead.
But I wanted to get your thoughts on that one, buddy. What do you reckon?
Be careful.
Have we got a good spot? Do you like it up here? I mean, my thinking was, it's a little bit closer to the chat, because my chat's kind of up here. So I'm a little bit closer to looking at the chat, but not much. Ah, invalidated with the rear there. That's so annoying. I didn't expect that. Oh well. I could cover up the White Hart Lane. Whoa, timeout for Stinny in the chat. Honestly, Stinny, shocking behaviour. Riz Racer, what a name. Right, it's safe to say those lefts are down quite a lot. The front right is on its own there. I could put the White Hart Lane sign right across my face if you want. Is that what you're looking for? You want to provoke me, do you?
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
What's that? The conference boy has got something to say. What's that, David? I wouldn't agree to. Alright, conference boy. You'll be back there next season as well. We'll be in Champs League. Hooray. We've got a lot of work to do with this lap. Marianne, good to see you. Hope you're well. Thank you. Don't join. Stinny, who do you support again? You can't just give me this if I don't remember who you support. Isn't it Man United or something? Aren't you stinking out the bottom of the league with me? Choker. Poor. Wolves! Oh yeah, that's it, because you beat us, didn't you? 4-2. You just put me off the track! Wolves, honestly. And he's got the... I know, yeah, you got us well done. You've done a little bit of fun in the league with us while we're resting our players. Where are you in the league, Jeff? We're in the Champions League places, Dave. You got to be careful, mate. You might be giving yours up soon. To, well, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool. Not quite any Chelsea in there.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Thank you very much, Rizla.
Clear on the left.
Dave, you know we've already beaten Man United 3 times this season. We love playing United. And if that's all we've got to do to get in the Champions League, buddy, I think you can start calling a Champions League team. Sorry. Let's see if we can not invalidate just once. Oh, a bit late on the braking. Not what we wanted. Right, I'm not getting put off real Wolves chat anymore. We're going to stay on track here. This track is so much fun. Oh, we missed the last apex there by a margin. We're P15. Where's this going to put us? Come on. P7?
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Let's see if we can speed up a little bit. Completely messed that turn up. We lost a 10th there. Come on. Come on. We were up a 10th, but we lost it. Yeah. Come on. Slightly better. Slightly better. We did this turn quite well last time though. We did slightly better that time. And slightly worse that time.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
That's a shame. I tried to catch the apex better and I missed it worse. I reckon we had about 3 or 4 attempts in there. That's a shame. Good 3 or 4 attempts in there. How long's the race next week? 90 minutes, Dan, and it's probably going to have variable weather. So let's just put ourselves on the garage. 3 attempts would have got me nothing. Wouter was well ahead of me. Go on, Wout, and I'm way off the pace of the guys. Look at Back doing... Go on, Back in a Mac. Back in a Mac in a Mac in a back. Back in a Mac. 6 hours long, you wish. You wish, Dave. Oh, excuse me. Right. Okay, let's put a few messages in the chat. There you go. Right, how long have we got? 1 minute 44. This race is 25 minutes. I think you're asking. Yeah, no, you weren't. Right. Jensen, D. Jensen, the one and only? Surely not. Right, miss this. Glad I'm home. Me too, Dave. Me too. What's Simba saying? I can't see it. 36.40. 69 to be safe. Yes. Let's have another little sneaky bite.
30 seconds.
Go team. Good luck, everybody. Hope you'll have a clean race. I mean, it is GT4s and it is Oulton Park, so please, everyone, don't get too precious.
Go in double file.
So when do I tell you my fire story? Should I do it now?
Low tire pressure. Stay clear of the curbs.
Good luck, says Mariantala. Thank you. Okay. 25 minutes in the GT4s in the dry. Next race will be wet 20 minutes. And green.
Fine. Give it all you can. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Getting a good fight here. We've got Sydney and the BMW in front of me. That's our next target. Very busy first lap here. Should have predicted the earlier braking a bit better there. Nearly killed him. Sydney going for Raresh. I think he's got him. No, he doesn't. Interesting. Put me in a strong position here. Oh, he's nearly lost it there. Big wibble wobble. Get the traction and the speed though. Good work, Sydney. Big strong correction there, no doubt. Very clean at the front here. Fairly clean at the back as well. Good to see. Hope people are getting as much practice in as they can because we're going to need it. Sydney wibble wobbles again. We've got Raresh and the Llama in front of him. And back. Go on, back. Someone's had their Weebix. Carl definitely like to kick across that one. Sydney giving me lots of visuals here. I've gone a bit narrow. Got to be careful. Got to stay ahead of Neiman ahead. Behind us, sorry. Sydney nearly hitting Rarish, having to avoid him. Braking a little bit earlier for the chicane. Swinging the car a bit wildly under braking though. Shouldn't do that. That wasn't very clever. Rarish again has a look at Sydney having a look at Rarish again. No room at the inn.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh, we've got problems. That's back, I think. Lost it. Now everyone ahead's a bit bunched up. Uh-oh, here we go. Here comes trouble. Can we stay on track without killing each other, ladies? Looks like it. Oh, Sydney getting squeezed there aggressively by Dan, but I think he's got him. He has. Let's follow it. Let's follow it. Let's follow it. Let's get the good line. Let's get the good line. Here we go.
Car on the left.
Dan's going to swap over. Oh, he got in front of me. No.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Let's just follow back in here. We'll fight him another day. Nearly had that. I'm nearly able to join in on the conga line on Dan's track position. Dan was not amused.
Warning for exceeding track limits.
No, that was harsh. Although worth worrying about, because obviously that'll be a thing next week when we do 90 minutes of this. I'm now having to play defensive lines because of Neiman behind me. He's very much caught up to this pack.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
More yellow flags. Hope everyone's okay. Got to be a bit more gentle with my inputs around now. I'm risking a few things. Third gear's a little bit slow. Okay, I'm getting a bit loose on those curves. Got to be careful here. And a bit wide on that one. Yeah, bit slow there. But be careful Sydney and Dan don't pull away in front of me. Got to stay at their speeds. I've done that better than ever. Let's see if we can keep it up.
Warning for exceeding track limits.
We're exceeding again, the warning, not good. Had to take 2 bites of the throttle there. We're losing time to Sydney and Dan in front. Not good. We've cut the inside curb there. Is that the third warning? It is!
Warning for exceeding
Wow, 3 warnings in 7 minutes. Big worry for next week. Didn't see any of that last week, did we? Interesting. In fact, there I might have even been on the inside a bit. Wow, now I'm worried. Okay. Come on, clean and fast. Clean and fast. Monty chasing Neiman behind. Interesting. Oh, that was rough from us. I'm going to say no time gained on that one. Oh, very slow in the gears. Losing time to the guys in front. .42 7s and 8s. 44.3. Come on, we can do this. Neiman nearly takes me out, luckily avoids it, loses a place to Clemente. I'm living in fear of a track cut, could come any second. P1 we have Simba, who's P2? Crafty, doing very well. Good to see there, Craft. We're just about keeping up with Dan, but Sydney is pulling away.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Coming up to halfway in the race. Slowly improving our pace. And some better lines. We are a bit off our contemporaries though. Wonder if we're catching Dan here. .6. We're losing Neiman again. Neiman's caught Clemente. It's all going off
Yellow
behind
flag
us.
in sector 2. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out. Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Very tame T1. 4 seconds again to the llama. Bam.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
Had to hesitate twice there on the throttle. Lost a few temps. shame there's no long straights here at Oulton Park. Wouldn't mind the little caramel slice. God damn Dan and Sydney and Rash on their pace. I could try and pretend they got better cars, but that is not the issue. We've definitely got better skills. Oh! Very dodgy line through there. Lost us quite a few temps. Luckily Clemente did it even worse, I think. Inspired by my awesomeness. Tried to emulate me.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 3.
I mean, maybe it's the setups, you know, they probably got professional setups and I'm just running the default aggressive. That's what it is. Oh, that was close to the edge. Very close to the warning that would get us a drive-through penalty. Again, 2 nibbles at the throttle there, very slow. Llama 6 seconds ahead again.
Yellow flag in
Oh
sector
dear, pull it round, Jeff. That was sloppy. I'm at the head of a very long train. Let's go, go, go. Less than 10 minutes to go. Clemente behind me, getting a little bit messy. Dan pulling well away now on his pace. Oh, to speed up again. Get a bit sloppy sometimes. Try and keep that delta green. Oh, we've cut the inside of that one. Drive through! Excellent! We're going to be well behind this pack as well. That's a shame. I was hoping to get out in a bit of a fight, but I'll be on my own, I think. Really don't remember having that problem last week at all. But here we are. I mean, at first I was really pushing the pace, trying to keep up with those boys ahead. They're having a bit of a skill issue there with the track limits. Yeah, pack's going to leave me behind. That's a shame. Try catching him.
The penalty is now cleared.
Evening, Willow. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. You're probably just in time for my fire story. Huh. Well, maybe I should do it when I finish racing, to be fair, so hang in tight. Only a couple of minutes to go. I'm really asking a lot of myself driving this car, I think. Couple of laps left in this one. Evening, Nixon. Good to see you, sir. Going to join us for race 2? It would be good to have you on track with us.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Nice. Bit of practice for next week. Yeah, do it, buddy. 5 minutes until the next one. What car are you driving? I don't know if I should stick with this KTM or not. It is fun, but it doesn't seem to be that fast. Or maybe that's just me being rubbish. I can't tell. It's probably me being rubbish. Because you know someone else could take this car and do top times with it, so... Just the way it bounces on the bumps is a bit heavy. I think the other GT4s are quite easy on the bumps. So maybe this is not quite the best idea. We'll probably do 20, I think. Ah, that was rubbish. I'll blame you for that one, Nixon. Yeah, about 20. Another warning. Okay, that's my 5th warning in this race. It's good to get them all out of the way now before next week, I'll tell you that, because, yeah. Nixon, how do you feel about the new camera angle? And the new camera, but we're not too worried about the new camera. New camera seems to be quite good. It's got a high refresh rate, right? But do you like the angle? I changed it a little bit. I put it a little bit up there. Curious to know what you think. Put it back. Happy there? Bit of a change is nice. Oh my god, if everyone keeps saying that, I'm going to have a meltdown. The White Hart Lane plate will be here much longer than any of you Muppets, alright? You can all go find a new streamer. And I'll have a Tottenham stream for Tottenham sim racers, alright? Shocking. Get in the bin. What, is that the 4th time this season we're going to have you? That'd be hilarious. It would be only you. Yes, true. No, wasn't there someone else who supports Spurs in sim racing? Probably not. Oh, that's rough. Me and Goose messing up here. Canada Goose.
Car on the left. Leaders on final lap now. Clear on the left.
Hugh, how you doing? Do you want to join us for race 2, Hugh? Oulton Park. We're having a lot of fun here. We're also enjoying my new camera angle, Hugh. How do you feel about it? I do keep looking below it a little bit.
On the left.
How's he done that? Oh my god.
Clear on the left.
How did he get around me there? Let's go for it. We might have the run. No, we don't. Am I in the wrong car? This hair, so it's made. Oh yeah, you stop that right now. I mean, technically, the spec isn't meant to be amazing, but it is a lot newer than the other one I was using. It's tiny. You would not believe, ladies and gentlemen, how tiny it is. ACC looks much better than before. Have they updated the graphics? No, it's just my incredible stream view. You should know that by now. ACC has always looked incredible. I love it. And long may we continue sim racing in it, because I think it's awesome. You're all good. I could be worse. Was that a cut? Yes.
Warning for exceeding track limits.
That's what she said. Put your mouth in the gutter, birdie. How you doing, mate?
Has finished the race.
Hope you're enjoying the camera angle, bird. Ribbed for your pleasure. We are a family channel. Right. What's the combination for race 2? Same again, Hugh, although we're going to put a bit of random weather in. And I might change to the Macca, you know. I'll try and get on for the next race. Do it, Bolt. Community races aren't the same without you, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Get on, Bolt. I'll tell everyone the fire story while you get on. How about that? GG says Simba. Did you win it, GG Simba? Did you win it? Alright. I wouldn't go that fast. Didn't he? You could. Alright, okay.
Did the best you could. I'll bring the
So
car
we've got a
back.
new camera that definitely works. We've got a pedal camera that hopefully won't crash anymore. We've got a fairly decent stream quality. The mic doesn't crackle. The PC runs. I'm going to start claiming victory again. I think we've cracked everything we can possibly crack. There's no more things to crack or stuff or fix. We've won the battle. We've won the IT war. And that is it, really. Resetting server for mixed weather. Okay, so let's do that, shall we? Let's do some of that stuff. Let's put myself here. Look at the beauty of this camera. How good do I look, ladies and gentlemen? I look won the battle, not the war. Robbed, says Dave. Dan, sorry. Dan. I saw Sydney get round you. Sorry, mate. And then I couldn't keep up. I was just rubbish. I'm going to blame the car. I'm going to say it's the car's fault. Right, let's put on some mixed conditions. 20 minutes. Dan P4. Hugh got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes this week. The chocolate and Coke are gone. I bet they have, Hugh. I bet you had big bottles of Coke all the time and thought it'd be fine. What did I miss? BMW's rowdy. Sydney, you were all over the place. That hair. Isn't it wonderful? It's just... Do you know what? This is doing its own thing, by the way. I gave up Coke for meth, says Matthew Bird, in what can only be described as a family channel. Dan, back lost it in front of me, wrecked my car. I saw that, actually. New camera angle looks good. Go on, Bolt. I thought you were having a seizure, Sid. Dan, how do you feel about new camera angles? Are you okay with it? Yeah, Sid was all over the place. Look at that hair. You guys are paying a lot of money for this. I hope you like it. The hair, that is, not the camera. The camera's cheap. Right. Where are we? Jeff's dream is great for Limp. You're getting worried now. It should be. I gave up smoking for Lent, but the Limp burned up too fast. Hey! Is it more comfortable? Jeez. Matt, he did the dad joke earlier. Story when? Story soon. I'm here for the camera feed, says Barry. No more. Sorry, Barry.
Green light. Go, go, go.
No, the new PSU is good for like 2 streams and the cam. Just give Jeff a bit of time. Is it any Group 4 car? Yes, it is, Hugh, but only the good ones. Alright, so. Story time, everyone. When I was fighting fires today. How about that one? So. My server's been reset, by the way. So. Check this out. I'm at my mate's place, right? Having a barbecue on his sort of like balcony, if you like. He's got a kitchen and he's got this door. The kitchen's sort of long and narrow, and at the end of the kitchen, one whole wall is like a door that opens out, and then that opens out onto a balcony area that he's got, and he had the barbecue on a corner of that sort of balcony. It's like a big veranda, really. It's quite open. It's the first floor of a house as well, so it's not high up or anything, really. It's just there. Dan, don't ruin it with your dad jokes. So we're having this barbecue, and a lot of the time we're out on the sort of balcony veranda. Sometimes we're in the kitchen a bit as well, and it's not that great weather today, so it's getting a bit cool. So I was in the kitchen a little bit, and I was about to leave, actually, because I wanted to get home and get everything set up for today, right? I've got a new camera, everything, trying to get everything fixed. And it's not juddering, is it? I would kill myself. Oh, is it? If that starts sticking, we're not going to go there. So, we're at the barbecue. I'm about to leave, and I'm in the kitchen, and I look over to the hallway, and I can see on the wall big orange on the wall, like a big candle on the wall. And I'm like, why can I see a big orange thing on the wall? And I'm like, oh, maybe my mate's fiance has lit a candle or something, or turned on some LED lights in the hallway that look sparkly. That was my first thought, right? Because it is definitely, if I see it slowing down. So I'm like, okay, I can see it flickering, but okay, no, that is way too big. Like the whole wall is lighting up. I'm like, let me go and check it out. That's a bit weird. And I walk over to the hallway and then over to basically the bathroom is where it's coming from. And I look in the bathroom, and I exaggerate not, there is flames going from the floor to nearly the ceiling, and a bit wide as well, like this wide, coming from the corner on the floor. Something's caught fire. Now, I don't know what fire it is. I don't know what's caught fire. All I can see is a big fire, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a fire. And there's like, 6 or 8 people there, I guess, roughly, 7, at the barbecue. Not a large amount. And they're all like, what? And they're all in the kitchen on the veranda. I'm like, no, seriously, it's a fire. And they're like, what? I'm like screaming, like, no, fire, fire. And then they come, they're like, oh my God. And it's properly like going off. And then I'm like, quick, get a towel, get it wet and put it on, because I don't know how many things you've seen about fires, but chucking water on them isn't always the best option, it seems, right? So I'm like, let me get a wet towel and chuck it on this thing quickly. So then my mate comes out of like a flannel and just sort of, I'm like, no. So I managed to get a towel from his missus, and then I'm putting the towel in the sink, and I'm getting the towel super wet, getting the towel as wet as I can to chuck it over the whole fire. And I thought, that'd just do it, right? Big towel over the fire. And then I finally get it all wet, and then when I run back to the bathroom, my mate who owns the flat is in his shower, because it was kind of next to the fire, and he's using the shower to put it out, and he's just made the whole floor, hallway, room wet. He's gone full fireman mode. Wasn't my idea, but I guess it worked. And as I'm about to chuck the towel on it, it's basically mostly gone. So I was like, I'll save your towels for another day. So that was quite a thing. And yeah, the flames were scary. Had I not seen it, give it another 20, 30 seconds, I would not like to think how far it would have got. Let me tell you how it started. Not great. You know, they'll see your little mini portable heaters, you know, like 10, 15 quid, turn it on, fires out heat from a fan, right? And you know, they say never cover them or never try and, you know, warm clothes on them. This Muppet, his mate, had put wet socks over it, I think. Now, I don't know exactly how it's set up because it was on that. So I think he put wet socks on it. But he also had, do you know what I think he did actually? He put wet socks. There was like a large piece of like wicker furniture. This is why it went up so badly, because wicker's obviously like super dry wood, right? So it's wicker, and I think he's put the socks in the wicker. This wicker was like loads of slats, and I think he's tucked the socks in the wicker and then aimed the heater at the socks on the wicker, and the wicker's gone up, and it went up big time. The heating thing was a melted mess, all plastic and scary. The wicker's gone up. There's fire everywhere. Honestly, the mess was insane. The smoke was incredible. And I just could not believe it. Honestly, it was mad. It was mad. What a mad situation. Serious fire in the house. Was not expecting that at all. Yeah. These things happen, I guess. It was, mate, honestly, it was so intense. Like, I'm in the kitchen, real chatting, and I turn around, and I just see, like, the wall glowing. And I'm like, why is the wall glowing? And you're not really expecting a fire in a flat these days. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't really happen. And his flat isn't like, you know, it's wooden floor everywhere. It's not like combustible. And yeah, and I just ran over there, and I'm literally now standing next to a big intense fire in his flat, and I'm like, holy... I might have sworn already, by the way. I'm like, holy cow, that is crazy. I'm now screaming fire. Everyone's like, what? I'm like, quick. The first thing I said was like, quick, get a towel. Just get a towel. Let me get a wet towel and chuck it over this whole thing. Because we haven't got... Because I also thought, oh, let me get the extinguisher. But of course, you're in a home in the UK, and pretty much nobody has an extinguisher. So at that point, yeah, it was just the most intense thing. Oh... What timing? Ladies and gentlemen, let me get on the server.
Green light, green.
It looks dry as a bone. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back in 1 second. I'll let you digest that crazy story. It was honestly insane. Yeah. Not expecting that at all. I'll be back in 1 second. Sorry about the delay, chaps. Had a few things to deal with there. Right. Okay. Have I got a setup? No, didn't think so. Hello to everyone in the chat again. Glad you guys are okay. Thank you, Clemonti. Honestly, mate, it was quite scary, and we are very lucky to be okay. Yeah. I think if we caught it later, I don't know what to think, to be honest. Really horrible stuff, really. Yeah, just a bit of luck that I spotted it. I guess someone was going to see it eventually. The fire alarm was right next to where it happened, and clearly the battery was dead. So I kid you not, people, please make sure the batteries are working in your smoke alarms, because yeah, man, yeah, we got lucky. We got very lucky. And I'm getting used to my camera being up there nowadays. I think I can get used to it. Chat, I think I can get used to you being up there. Hope you're enjoying being high above me. I hope you're getting a new high action feel to what's going on here. Seeing everything. This little Viewsonic label is going to go eventually. That's going to be Toby's monitor. Very excited to build a rig for Toby. Using a lot of help from the community. A lot of very generous donations and sales. This does feel quite simple. This might be a lot faster than the KTM for me. Let's see. Bit understeery though. Bit more wiggly in the turns. Tyres are cold. Yeah, it's a bit less exciting, this car. The KTM is a bit... It's a bit like the Porsche Cup, to be honest, around here. They have lamb, but my wife will not have it. Yeah, some people are really anti-lamb, aren't they, Birdie? It's a shame, because sometimes lamb can be some of the best meat. In fact, one of the best meat dishes... See you there, Dave. One of the best meat dishes I've ever had in a restaurant was goat fillet. Oh, my days. It was ridiculous how good it was. Lovely flavour, incredible texture and moistness, really. So yeah. Cheers, Dave.
Yellow flag, be careful there.
Yeah, this feels a bit more manageable, I think. I've got to be honest. The KTM I love, but it's a bit exciting, and I think on a bumpy track it all just gets a bit like every turn is death, really. And you got to play with the curves a little bit here, and when you do, it is buckarooing. So I might go boring Macca. $17 on the server, not bad. Curry goat is nice, says Stinny. Thank you, Stinny.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Yeah, this was like a quite an expensive dish, to be honest. The goat fillet. And it was like in a round shape. Like a hockey... It was like a hockey puck. It was shaped like a hockey puck. I think it had been slightly... I don't want to say rolled, but maybe just shaped a little bit. I'm very sorry there, Compton. But yeah, it was an incredible dish I had. Never forget it.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I've noticed a chat in the community around AC Evo, and I think just in sim racing as a whole, it's definitely gone down a bit, hasn't it? I think people are not very excited or happy about what's happened
Yellow flag, be careful
with the release. They've released not a lot, and I think all it's done is it's I mean, people bought it. We know it had 25,000 concurrent players, so a lot of people bought it. It's up here, sorry, hello. But none of us are playing it, right? Because it's only offline. Most of us are only interested in online stuff. And the offline stuff is, you know, a couple of licenses and then some offline races. It's not exactly an offline career mode or anything. So we're still kind of wondering where they're going. I thought their video a few weeks ago was very strange. I said it at the time. I thought their video was quite defeatist, it felt like, the attitude, like they'd done something wrong. And I guess that's how they perceived the launch. I do feel like you kind of wonder, have they lost any potential excitement for when the good stuff happens? So, for example, when it does get multiplayer and a lot more tracks, has that excitement been slightly watered down by the way they've done it this way? Because will players still all just leap over to it when it comes out? Or will now people be a bit less keen to do that? People be like, oh yeah, they've released that stuff now, I guess we'll go and have a look at some point. Whereas had they just released the game maybe a bit later with some more features, including obviously online, I think the obvious one, you might have found a bigger start. I don't know, I can't tell. A lot of people have got the game for cheap. I think if they really back themselves, why not just release a game with more content for a higher price a few months later? Maybe they were desperate for money. Maybe they were desperate for money. That'd explain some of what they've done, wouldn't it? Doom the Dark Ages in 2 weeks, said Matt Bird. Interesting. Is that as in Doom set in a gothic sort of medieval style? That's what I'm getting from that. And of course we've also got Matthew, is it Kingmaker? The one where you're, well, it is interesting. You know, you've got modern weapons and vehicles set in a medieval battlescape with like destruction physics. And I've seen tanks like Abrahams driving around in a battlefield blowing up buildings and castles no less while people fight. It looks I'm sure some of us have seen the viral clips of that. I'm struggling with the old track limits here. But I think I'm not struggling with the lap times. We're getting a lot faster in this thing. It's a good sign. Maserati is hard mode, says Dan. Dan, did you go for it? He's in the Mazda. Go on, Dan. I bet it is, bro. You would need a lot of practice, right? You would need a lot of practice. Got rid of that. You're in the Ginetta, I think. Oh, I see. Fair enough. Good luck to everybody. There's a couple of Maccas. I see no KTMs. That's a sign, really, isn't it? Rarish P1. Go on, Rarish. We won't bother with the messages in the server. It's like, we're all friends here. No idea how much I need, but it's probably not going to be 20 laps worth of fuel, is it, really? But who knows? 26, 25.9? Really? It's interesting that I put weather in and nothing has happened at all for the weather. No Camaros. Good, Bird. Good. Terrible car. Was there none? Normally people like to drive that. Yeah. Got some little millionaire bites here. Caramel, chocolate and biscuit. I do love these. I didn't update Oulton Simulator. No! Because that thing is single-handedly destroying my PC. I swear my liveries folder on ACC is on like 80 gigabytes or something stupid like that. Just so some guy can have some sort of M&M's logos. I mean, honestly. I love that car! Have you driven it in real life, Matthew? Have you got one? You should. Why? Why should I, Rash? Give me one good reason. Right, good luck, everybody. You're going to need it, because I'm going to crush you all. Rash, you're up for a little pew after, right? I have a dad car. Oh, fair enough. We're told we Americans are rich. Right. 20 minutes of Oulton Park for bots. Fair enough. I'll do it. I do not genuinely,
5
Rarish.
seconds.
I feel like deleting 99% of the liveries and just like downloading mine again and like maybe some of yours or something. Okay, let's go, everybody. Let's be sensible now.
20 seconds.
We tried to add a bit of fun to the weather. The weather did not want to do it. It's still very dry, it seems. I don't think there's any change to that either. Oh well. It would have been good to get some practice. As it is, I've changed car. So I hope everyone gets to practice a few different cars today. Dan went very brave in the Maserati. Rain in 5 minutes, I wish. I wish.
Stay double file.
I don't know if you know anything about setting up the servers, Bird, for ACC, but you can't choose the weather, right? You can either choose a constant or a random. And I didn't want constant rain, although I probably should have. But also, you know, secretly getting a bit of dry practice in the Macca. Kuste! Good luck on this fantastic track. It is indeed fantastic. I would love to see you on the track, but I appreciate you can't always make it. Kuste, how do you feel about the new camera angle? And the new camera, funnily enough. We've got 60 frames now. Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. Up in heaven. Let's go. Oh, someone's in the pit. Green.
Go, go, go.
Is that the famous Jensen ahead of us, Damien? I really hope it is.
Clear on the left.
Let's go. We've got a Wouter ahead of us and a red Mercedes. Very, very sexy Mercedes. Let's go. Oulton is a wicked track. Hey, hey, horsey. Do you like my new camera? Hi, Mum.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
EVRS going a bit slow in this grey Macca. Wow, I want to take him. I've got to be careful. Second gear in this thing is quite exciting. Wow, you can't do it there. You know that one. Macca behind me, really out of shape. That was Dave Gaming. Wow, a cocking a leg in the Merc. That is not the fastest way to drive that car. One of the aims on this one will be getting 0 track cuts. We've got 5 in the last race. We're going to go for 0 this time. We need to work on that. Bolt didn't last long. Sorry to hear that, Bolt. And we might have a better run than walk up the hill here. Nope, couldn't get the traction down in the Macca. Interesting. Does suffer a bit. Me and Wouter in a locked-in battle here. He's missed the apex. Here we come. Choo-choo! We're going to take the inside here.
On the right.
Up to the fast bit. This is going to be suicide. I'm very sorry. Wow, that was rough.
Car on the left.
That was very rough.
Clear on the left.
And he's back in front again. And Kuste says the problem with the track is with fast drivers, it's almost impossible to read the chat. Oh, it's impossible to overtake. You have to rely on mistakes. Yeah, so we were going to do mixed class, Laurent, with the Porsche Cup, right? And experience is suggesting that maybe that's not going to be the widest thing we can do. So we might just do one big GT4. There you go. That's very sensible. Yeah, just because the thing is as well, the Porsche Cup are so bouncy that when it comes to trying to overtake people, as soon as you go off the racing line on this track, it's a nightmare, right? And I could just see so many things going wrong, and that's not really that fun for racing in the end.
The fastest lap so far.
So I just thought, let's just keep it simple. We've got some very warm tyres on the left there. Hopefully they cool down a bit. At least they're not cold. Cam's nice and clear. Thank you very much, Richard. Glad to hear it. I hope you like the new positioning as well. As I was saying earlier, I think the positioning of a camera is quite intrinsic to like a streamer's identity, because you tend to only see them in one position, right? So if you change that any time, people can be a bit like, what? Now, so far on the Sim Cafe, the position has been quite level with my face. It's going to be really annoying if I don't get ahead of him here.
Car on the right. Clear on
Thank
the
God we did. Oh, that's so annoying. That is so annoying. I really want to have a fight with Wout for 5th. I really want to have a fight with Wout for 5th there. Oh, man. I was going to enjoy that. Never mind. Completely stuffed it. Luckily I didn't kill anyone or myself, really. I was a bit inside. Hey, AJ, great to see you, sir. I was a bit inside there, and I thought, I'm a bit inside, but I'll brake early. I just didn't do enough. Anyway, let's continue forward, not backwards. So, you know, these things do happen. We just got to deal with it. We've got some very warm left-hand side tyres now. We'll let them cool down a bit. And the rear right. That practice. I should stop looking at the temperatures on the pit strategy, because they don't work, do they, those maximums? They definitely don't work. What we need to do is get in the 42s on our lap time. No saggage on the foot cam. It's being held down by an Xbox controller. We definitely like our jank here at the Sim Cafe. My line on the chicane, not clever. The llama's 7 seconds ahead. Doubt we're going to catch him in a hurry. Can you post your Discord for me? I had to redo it. I lost everything. I saw you join it yesterday, but here we are, and it's in, well, just about everywhere, to be honest. I believe it's a pinned message. See you later, sir. Pinned message. It's in the description, and now it's right there. Hopefully one of those works for you. And of course, we look forward to seeing you on the Discord. Right, let's get in the 42s here, because we're a bit sloppy. It's a bit sad, the ACC suspension. I mean, we can blame that if you want. I'm all for that, Laurent. But honestly, just a bit more skill for me would be helpful. Come on, let's go faster here. We've got some people to catch. We've got people to catch. .8 and 6.6. There's our target. Can we make any dent on that in 12 minutes? You'd like to think so. Not the best way to do that, but we're getting there. I got it, thanks. Nice one, AJ.
Yellow flag.
EVRS couldn't hack it.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Now we're just chasing Llama, still 6.6. We can't budge that time. He's not a slow boy, as we know. This might be a bit tricky for me to achieve here. Come on. Hopefully Kerr holds him up. As Kuste said, it can be very hard to overtake here. .43.2 is a lot better. I just joined in my new name. Cool. I'll take that, AJ. As long as you're involved, we're a happy bunch. Drive through for track limits for number 9. Oh well, sorry. Rarish P1 at the moment. Jensen P2, 1.4 behind. Come on, Jensen, get him. You have my permission, do whatever it takes. We're slightly up, but we're not really cashing the llama. Sadly, we're not cashing the llama. Not a lot. We've caught them a few tenths. We're just maintaining right now. We're putting in some good practice for next week, but that's about it right now.
Not over yet.
We're getting into the 49s, 42s, sorry. Creeping to the 42s. Showing some love. Go on, Jay got. Wu-Tang is for the children. Do not forget, people. Hope you're well, Jay got. Would love to see your name on track when possible. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Ah, AJ, sorry to hear that, mate.
Well done, mate. Yours is the best.
It does feel like, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, when I'm racing at the moment, any track I'm doing, I'm not particularly getting a lot of
Slow car ahead.
practice on, really, so not really at my fastest. I don't feel very smooth or comfortable on a lot of these tracks.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Not really attacking too hard, and of course when I do start attacking, it's quite hard work, and invariably it involves me spinning out. I'll join one of these days. My work schedule collides with your screen schedule. Ah. And everybody, we have Anish Taylor with me on the large TV now. For those of you who remember the fire story, the exciting story today where I saved the whole household of men, women and children, that is indeed the house where it happened, Anish Taylor's house. Went for the barbecue, stayed for the house fire. Won't forget that one in a hurry. Hello, Juan! Giles and I are watching. Good to hear. Hello, Jill, son. Hope you're well. You'd have just missed me absolutely make a tit of myself about 5 minutes ago. I was in a close fight and I spun out. Not pretty. Not pretty. Speaking of spinning out, looks like we've got some spinners coming up here. 43.7 for Dan. It's the kind of pace I'm doing. I need to go faster. Need to go a lot faster. 7 minutes left. The Fire Saver, just GT4, retell the story. Unfortunately, bro, I told it in graphic detail about 28 minutes ago. No, hold the line. 38 minutes ago. But I'm more than happy to go through it again if you want. I guess I got time during the race as well by the looks of it. Yeah. We can rewind. It was between the races. It's a short answer. So after the first race, wait for the first race to finish. And then before this one, you got me on the big screen. Yeah, it's about 38 minutes ago, I'd say. Very slow lap here. Good practice in the Macca. The Macca, despite my rather shocking spin there on this turn, trying to go on the inside outside, that didn't work very well, did it? Here we are, 5 minutes left in the race. Bit wonky. That was shocking. That was terrible. I mean, I might have got a little bit lazy there, I'll be honest, sorry. Got a bit quiet, a bit zoned out. A bit like there's not much going on in this race, to be honest. But that is not the elite esports mentality that I need to possess. I need to be dead focused on every single inch of this track at every moment. Doing nothing but perfect laps everywhere I go. So on that note, there's a couple left. Let's see if we can PB ourselves. Good start. Absolutely shocking turn 2 and 3 there. If it was easy, it'd be boring, wouldn't it? And everyone would be able to do it. And also, like I say, Lauren, I have a habit of not really doing any practice in any way, which, you know, when you couple that to a lack of natural talent, you know what, you're not here for the speed, are you? Let's face it. You might be here for the occasional bit of close racing, which I'm able to do, despite being slower. I say that, obviously I spun out of the first chance earlier, but you know what I mean. I can have the occasional fight while talking. I can explain the occasional dramatic house fire. Oh no, I think so, Lauren, honestly, because like, also you have to appreciate my age as well, sir. I've been around a bit. I've seen a few people. Some people are going to be very quick on a sim, some people not so quick. You can call that whatever you want. Now, of course I'm not slow, we know that, but I've never been very quick. I've done loads of practice before and gotten kind of medium fast, maybe at like the bottom of your pace, but you do that immediately all the time. So whatever you want to call that thing that makes you a lot faster than me and most people.
Warning for exceeding track limits.
Yeah. And it's never just down to practice. Practice is crucial, but it's never just down to practice, because there's definitely a threshold, a certain point where you got to a certain pace after, say, 200 hours, and there are people that have driven literally thousands of hours and are nowhere near that pace. Now, you could give them exactly the same training you had, or even more, and they still won't be that fast. So what would you call it? And the reality is, for me, I'm definitely not lighting up any esports competitions. Now, I might say that age does play a factor in it, because when I was very young, I did try and be a little bit more sort of, you know, the faster one, and I think I was just about able to get there. But I know how much kind of like non-stop focus that took me, so yeah, not something I normally enjoy. There's nothing difficult. Sometimes you don't feel anything, other times you focus on something and then click. Yeah, I totally agree, but in the end, I think the easiest way to describe it would be, you got to practice, and you also got to do good practice, right? You can easily do bad practice. You can waste your time with practice that's not very effective as well.
Alright, man, the leader is on the final.
So I guess there's
Final push.
other things in it, like how quick you are at learning, maybe. I don't know. I mean, there's other things like footballers, for example, can do things on a pitch, right? Footballers or rugby players or other sportsmen can do things on a pitch with incredible ease of thought and speed of thought that someone who is much more conventionally intelligent than them could never manage. So what intelligence do you call that? Right? There's lots of different types of intelligent, isn't it? You need someone faster to help when you want to learn something. Yes, that helps. I mean, there's lots of... Dare I say it, Lauren, there's lots of different ways to learn and get faster. That's for sure. Lots of different ways. My friend Toby should hopefully be getting a rig at the beginning of June. We're putting everything together for that. And he will be learning from... kind of from scratch, as it were. You know, he can do like a 156 at Monza, for example. Right, so he's got some work to do. It'll be interesting to see how and when he learns. I think there is something to be said for the... what's the word? There's like a posh term for this, but I might not use that. But the recency, there we go, of the training that you've had. Because I think if you train 10 hours a day for 5 days in a row, right, so you've done 50 hours of training, that for me would be infinitely more powerful than doing 50 hours over 2 months, which is still quite a lot. You'd still be doing, you know, a few hours a day most weeks, sort of thing, but nothing compared to doing an intensive course of 50 hours over, or 50 hours over 5 days, for example, 10 hours a day. So, you know, yeah, exactly, different factors. Just enjoy it. I drive better when I'm into it, says Ritual. Good point, well made, sir. I think me and you are probably a bit more on that vein of, you know, it's the hobby, we enjoy it, so it helps when you enjoy it, right? We don't have to be here racing, do we? That's the thing, you know, it's like a track you don't like, or you don't feel you're very good at, and you're like, well, you know, I should do the racing. But then it's almost like, do we really have to? It's weird, isn't it? It's weird, isn't it? Wouter, I was so sad. I was so sad. We got past P4 together, and do you know what? I was on the inside of that line, Wouts. I was on the inside, and you were on the outside, and I got around that guy, but getting around him had kind of put me a little bit offline, right? But nothing crazy. And I was like, oh, I'm on the inside. I swear I broke early, and yet I just kind of drifted off the far side. It was so frustrating. I was gutted. I was really looking forward to the fight, you wouldn't believe. And then I spent the rest of the race in no man's land. Absolute no man's land in P7. Congratulations to Raresh. Boo. Good race also, Stinny. Laurent says, in ACC, I get so much good feeling just driving it, even with a bad result. Yes, Laurent, exactly that. Me too. Dustin Schlug says, going from Dirt 3 to Dirt Rally 2 with a Thrustmaster Ferrari GT experience really made me realise how much I didn't know. That's a lot of information in one move, Dustin. Love your work. Dustin, are you part of our Discord? If you're not, you really should be, sir. If you don't know what Discord is, it's free and simple, a good way to keep up. GG says Clemente. GG says Dan. Boo to you, Dan. You should have let me in. I had the same issue sometimes in that corner. No, don't get me wrong. I was on the inside, so my line was off. But I just thought it'd be all right. And it wasn't. It really wasn't. Clemente had me sweating using my mirror. Nice work, Clemente. Always make Wouter sweat. He deserves it. And thank you, everybody, for another couple of races together in the community. Always a pleasure, never a chore. A good bit of practice for next weekend. You beat Dan, but let's not get bogged. Yeah, the quali is the quali. He chose those cars that he chose. Camera's out of focus. Oh, blimey. Wakey, wakey, camera. What's he picked up on the White Hart Lane? Might have some configuring to do, Dan. Damn. Damn you, Dan. You weren't meant to spot that. Is it still out of focus? I can't tell now. Sweaty Wouter, it's the best Wouter. All right, Juan, put it away. Wow, I didn't even turn my fan on tonight, actually, funny enough. Interesting. Yeah, wouldn't believe how sweaty I am. Weird. I mean, my flat's quite warm as well. Weird one tonight. Battle of the Sims, mixed class or not? Lauren, we discussed that, right? It's yeah, it's going to be taking out the Porsche Cup. Anish says fire related. Finished? Fire related? All of a sudden it's hot in here. Anish, what are you trying to say, sir? Are you asking if I've stopped talking about the fire? Did you see the thing when I talked about the fire 45 minutes ago? 45 minutes ago I was talking about the fire. Is that what you're talking about? I didn't enjoy the Mazda. Or the Ginetta. Yeah, I can imagine they're both tricky. No, the Ginetta would have been alright, wouldn't it? The Ginetta would have been alright. Anyway, we've had an eventful day. I stink of smoke. I've been fighting fires today, would you believe it? Big, big house fires. Might have been the biggest fire, Anish, I've ever seen inside a house. Yeah, that might have been the answer, actually, Anish. Fire-related. Yeah, that makes sense. Ginetta has the wheel on the wrong side. I know, Wouter, but we're in Oulton Park, so it's probably okay. Dan, you should have tried the Camaro. Yes, he should. He wimped out. I don't want to say wimped out. He didn't take advantage of driving the Camaro. So, yeah, I've been fighting big fires today to the ceiling. Exciting stuff. I mean, I didn't have your ingenuity, Anish, of jumping in the bath and turning on the shower and just soaking the flat like Fireman Sam. I'm just assuming there's no water damage downstairs. Bro, I'm still trying to process what happened. If I'm going to guess... Yes, Hussein. If I'm going to guess... So what Hussein did, because I'm sure he's explained it to you, did he tuck... Oh, I can see the... Oh, is my webcam trying to do focus stuff? It does AI things. If I'm going to guess... was he trying to dry the socks on the wicker? So he's like tucked it into the wicker thing and then pointed the heater at the wicker. Is that what he did? I think that's what's happened. I tried the Camaro at Oulton in practice since I driving a skyscraper. Hey, probably better over the bumps. Is it moving? Is that what it did? It do it on the dryer? What did he place them on the heater itself anyway? Jeez. Is this all moving around then? Does it try and follow my head? Eh! Well, that was a free weird thing I wasn't expecting. That's quite funky, isn't it? Come, let's go down here again. Oh, hold on. I think if I do my hand, it does gestures. Oh, I need to read the instructions. I think if I do this, and then the lights change. Oh, I've got to figure out some stuff, ladies and gentlemen. The only car managed to power oversteer. So he rested the socks and lodged a fan against the wicker basket. I'll have to get some slightly better syntax on that. But yeah, I mean, wow. Just wow. Well done, Hussein. Honestly, bro, I hate to think what would happen if I hadn't seen it. Honestly. It was so near to being a total disaster. Sound is nuts. Don't say that. Should be coming through here. Hello, hello, hello. Look, we should have... Is that D. Edwards? No, it's Nathan Edwards. We should have everything working now as a stream, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Sound of the Nuts Maserati. There we go. Cheers. I don't know. You just... There's no context. You know what it's like, Dan. As a streamer, you get comments, and people don't put any context with the comment, and you've been having 7 chats with 8 different people over the last 3 minutes, and then someone just puts in a really like... Oh, I'm going to be really funny and cool and just put in a little comment. And it is, and it's great, but you just don't know what they're saying. And it's right, I don't know where I'm going with this. It's hard. It's hard to follow sometimes. Anyway, I have been fighting fires today. I've been fighting on track. Your mum. And yeah, overall, it's been a big day. I need to go and wash all of my clothes because they stink of smoke. I'm going to send probably a legal action to Anish to sue him for the damage to my lungs. When do you not, Wouter? When do you not? Fire Saver King Jeff. It's just what I do. It's just what I do. A very eventful day. We don't want to do that again for a while. Speaking of which, our next stream should be on Tuesday. Yeah, my lungs. You made them worse. Can you imagine? That's how bad it was. Fireman Jeff. Yeah. I'm trying to think now. Well, no, I didn't want to hug it. No. You saw, bro, I was in the hallway screaming. And also, I didn't know what was on fire or anything. So I'm like, put a blanket over that thing now. No, Walter, I was screaming. They didn't believe me, which I totally understand. They didn't believe me. But I'm like, no, there's really a very big fire here. Let's do something now. And so I said, get a big towel and wet it. And Anish brought in like a flannel. I was like, that might not be enough. We need like a towel. And then his missus got me a towel. And then by the time I'd finished soaking it, I've run to the bathroom and Anish is in the bath using the shower like a hose, just hosing down the whole situation. All over the flat, just hosing down his flat. Absolutely hosing down his flat. So, yeah, it was a thing. I saved the towel. I was like, we don't need the towel anymore. I'll save it. I'll save you the hassle. You know, I'm protecting stuff here, not burning it down. But there we go. Anyway, yeah, we should be back, ladies and gentlemen, on, I want to say Tuesday night. It's Bank Holiday Monday. Yes. It is a Bank Holiday Monday. But I'm probably going to stream again on Tuesday. Like 40 towers, honestly, Dan. Scary stuff. Because you don't really expect a fire in a house, I've got to be honest, nowadays, right? It just doesn't really happen, does it? So, I'm just like... The funniest bit was seeing it on the wall. His whole wall was glowing, and I was like, that's really pretty. His missus must have put on a candle or something. And then I'm like, no, that's a really, really big glow. That's a massive glow. Let me go and check it out. Oh, my God. Your house is on fire. Anish, I'll be honest, when I saw it, my first thought was, is this about to go up and take the whole room? That was my first thought, man. I mean, luckily it's a bathroom. There's less things that can burn. Horrible. Whatever, innit? Whatever. We live another day. Anyway, that's why we have a fire brigade. That's why we have fire alarms, Anish, you muppet. Please go and put some batteries in that thing right away. Please. Jeez. Fire alarms for the win. Everybody have a lovely evening. Have a lovely Sunday. Have a lovely Bank Holiday Monday. I will see you all most likely on Tuesday evening unless something strange happens. We're going to try and make the camera move again. Does it work? I think I have to... I don't know how to make it move and I'm being an absolute muppet now. It's proper clean now. Good. Good. Ta-ta, everyone. Peace out. I'll see you on the Discord and the socials. One love. Check your fire alarms. What has it done that for? Because I did a peace sign? What's it done? Was it zoomed in on my... Get out! Come back! Zoom out! Zoom out! I can't... How do you zoom... Yeah! Woo! This is like a tiny little camera. The tiny little camera. I'm pushing... I think there's a thing that I'm doing and it's... I don't know if it's a hand gesture. This is really stupid. Anyway, the camera is in control. 2, I need to go online and check it. I need to go... It's so weird. And I've got a little purple light as well going off. Oh, man. That's so weird. I've got to get used to that. It could be annoying. I might have to turn it off. I feel like I'm going to have to download the software and turn it off now. I was hoping I wouldn't have to download any software. Yes, Dan. I'm going to go chuck it in Anish's bathroom. Can it detect... It can do more to fire detection than your fire alarm, bruv. Honestly, go put some batteries in that right now. Go to a 24-hour shop and buy some batteries, man. Jesus. And never invite Hussein round ever again. Unless you have good insurance. Ooh, director's cut. Ooh. Good night.
We froze, cold night in the winter, how cold. Sorry that I fall away sometimes. Sorry that I fall away sometimes. Yeah. The end. Got to end it all on the weekend. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Sorry that I feel that way sometimes. Oh. yeah. You don't really wanna know me. Hanging in the corner with a nose, yeah. High on whatever they sold me. That's the old me, yeah. 6 years later trying to find me. Still trying to figure out the line piece. Looking for the love inside me, inside me.